Square Enix takes action against an admin of Final Fantasy XIV news blog over harassment of development staff. The two parties have reached a settlement, with the admins agreeing to shut down the blog and pay an undisclosed sum. So, this is kind of a strange situation. For whatever reason, Final Fantasy XIV has had like a really interesting history of like weirdo fans and weirdo people. But let's read into it and we'll talk about it afterwards. Square Enix announced on March 2nd that it has taken action against administrator of the Japanese aggressor news blog Negoti Saguho, formerly 14 Final Fantasy 14 Sokuho, for publishing articles that harmed the republished reputations of his executive and employees. Citing the problematic content, Square Enix filed a request with the sites provided asking for a disclosure of the anonymous administrator identity. To provide the complied afterwards, Square Enix came into contact with the administrator following negotiations. The two parties reached a settlement, with the admin agreed on to publish an apology, shut down the site, and pay an undisclosed settlement. Okay, I'm just assuming this takes into that website. The announcement by Square Enix includes a link to the apology, in which Negoshi Shukuhoto, administrator, announces that the blog will soon be shut down. They also state the publication of the article in question was not intended to infringe upon rights or reputation of any specific organization or individuals involved. However, we sincerely apologize for any concerns that may have arisen as a result. According to Square Enix, this move is in line with this group custom harassment policy established in January 2025. At the time, the company said it will be seeing instances that constitute customer harassment, such as defamation, violence, and threats of its employees, which compromise their sense of security. In its new announcement, Square Enix reiterates that going forward, we will continue to take strict action, including legal measures against conducting that target specific individuals or constituents, harassments that threaten the safety or mental or well-being of our office and employees, in order to protect them and maintain a healthy workplace environment. And Square Enix isn't wrong; they should not be taking any blame for this. Truthfully, it's really stupid that people like this moderator decided to go after individual people, and I don't understand why. What do you think? What do you think was gonna get out? Like, was gonna happen? It's just insane to me that these people think they can just harass people and then just get away with it. And it is kind of interesting that, okay, I don't know what this is. I don't know why I did this. It is kind of interesting that people take such a personal stake in a company when they have no claim to it in the first place. Like, they don't owe you anything, so why do you have to go out of your way to then harass people to what? Get what you want? But if you harass them, they're not going to give you what you want. They're only going to retaliate by not giving you what you want. So it becomes even more stupid that they did this. I don't know, it's just insane, and this isn't the first time in Japan this has happened. Like, if you look at I forget the studio, I think it was Mad Studio that got shut down. Studio Fire, I think it was Fire. Um like some crazy Japanese fan got into like went into Kyoto Animation Arts and Attack. That's it. Some crazy fan decided to go went into Kyoto Animation and just burnt down the building for whatever reason. Decided to start an arson attack. Why? Nobody knows. I mean, people do know now, but the person's insane, and it's just like that should never have happened. And you gotta protect your people, man. And if this is why in Japan, at least with Nintendo and other companies going forward, they seem to be doing the 90s thing of not telling you the developers, not telling you who the people are behind the game. And I don't agree with it, but unfortunately in the world we kind of live in today, it's kind of stupid that you have to do that. But too many insane people think they can just get away and do the most stupid and heinous acts. I don't agree with the. I mean, and this is a different topic, but I don't agree with the ID the ID um things for the internet. I think is really bad. But unfortunately, if this is one of those ways to stop people from like just having mass attacks, it's not the best. It really isn't. I don't agree with it, but that's the only reason why I think yeah it's okay. But otherwise, every other reason is really stupid for it because really they're not trying to protect anyone's data. They're just trying to sell it off and just have their own little corporations because data is so important in these days. But anyway, this is off topic. I'll just stop talking now. Yeah. All right. Take care and see ya.